clear, Serius Jones in an interview, he said that I docked him points or made a comment about facial expressions or something like that. I've been getting so many angry messages on Twitter. Half of the battle world thinks this was something I said because Serius said it in an interview. That wasn't me. That was a different judge. So that's first of all. I want to make that clear because I will take heat for something I said, or at least I'll be able to explain it. If I didn't say anything, I shouldn't be getting any heat for that. If you're taking what Serius Jones said in an interview on face value, but you're critiquing my judging, but you didn't watch my judging, and you're doing it based off of an interview, I mean, that's strange to me that you would get that upset about it. Serius has an excuse because he was he was in person, and maybe he didn't see the video, maybe he didn't know who was talking. He just got done battling, so he probably, who knows? But everybody at home, that's a whole different thing. All right, so that's number one.
All right, that's number one. We cleared that up. So you never said that Serius Jones.
I never said that.
Remember, I said I never heard you say that. That's why I was like, yo, I'm not gonna put that on Luke. I didn't hear him say that. But now the Swave thing, where the way I interpreted it was, you say you took away points for him invading this space. What did you mean by that? Because I think that's the key one that has everybody 100%.
Yeah. And that's why people are angry. And honestly, so you have to remember when we do the judging, we had like 30 seconds to start off, and I got to formulate in my head how I'm going to say things, right? Mm-hmm. So I definitely said it not as clearly as I should have. This is what I meant. If your opponent is rapping, and you're talking, I don't like that. If your opponent is rapping and you're getting in his face trying to throw him off his game, I don't like that. For 100,000 on the line, I definitely give credit to the person who's able to withstand somebody talking during their rounds or somebody getting in their physical space while they rapping. Now, people at home right now might say, oh, that's bullshit. Didn't we just get really upset at Murder Mook because he was talking through Calico's, through T-Top and Twerk's rounds? We were all really upset about that, and there was no money on the line. Mm-hmm. Didn't people have an issue when Briz Rothstein was doing all that extra stuff while Mook and Cal were rapping? What if that threw off Mook and Cal and that was a $100,000 battle? If an opponent gets thrown off because somebody else is doing something during their shit and they start stumbling, they start choking, it's for $100,000. I can't do that. And the main point that I want to make though is that I said this clearly, but again, people don't take any nuance. I said regardless, I gave that to Prep, and I mean that regardless. So it was just extra commentary. So
yeah. I feel like the extra commentary is like, because when I was saying it right now, I'm like, I'd rather him just say Prep winning, because then at that point it's just your opinion, to everybody else's. When you said that and I didn't have clarification, I'm like, in my opinion, that was a terrible excuse. But let me ask you this, right? Because you're watching it, I'm watching it, and it's just playing devil's advocate. I believe they both was doing that during the battle. Or am I wrong?
I didn't see it like that, no.
Like, I think in terms of the space part, if you're talking about Swave was, but I remember Prep talking, that they both was doing that.
So just to be clear, I have no problem with battlers getting in other people's personal space when it's that person rapping. So like Calico is my favorite battler on the planet, and that motherfucker has no sense of personal space while he's rapping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where I come from. Everybody says I'm biased as hell for Philly. If I was biased as hell for Philly, would I be against, personal space issues in battle? Hell no. They're the most aggressive motherfuckers on the face of the planet. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
All right.
So Calico's ass. Hold on. Someone said Calico's the greatest. He's my favorite battle rapper. I'm just gonna say it like that.
Now let me ask you this, right? In this process, right, going into this, did you expect? I'm pretty sure you expected this to happen, right? Like, you being a judge, it's $100,000 on the line. It's no way possible you're gonna get everything right in the people's eyes. So it's like now dealing with week one. Does that alter anything going into these next few weeks where, you have to do this again? And, right now, You got, because right now the chat is 50-50. You got 50%
Right.
saying they agree with what you're saying, 50% saying, yo,
Right.
DNA, tell them your slogan. So,
So I'll say this is when they reached out to me, my answer was no because DNA, you know me a little bit. You don't know me like super well, but
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm not a critical guy. You know, Minnesotans are very political people. Like we try to avoid confrontation
Yeah.
and judgments and things like that. And so I don't think I was a good judge, or I was not a great pick. But you know, they wanted me, so I did come back. But I was under the impression it was for 1 week. I was under the impression it was for one. So I have to think about it over the next couple of days if I want to do it again. So yeah. Someone said a comment that I wanted to respond to, but I'm not remembering.
Wow, what's that? Oh, you saying you don't remember what it was?
I don't remember what it is. Let me ask the people out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess my first question is, were you under the impression that I said the thing about the facial expressions during the Serius thing? Because I've been getting hundreds of things. So I want to see what people thought.
Okay.
If they thought that was me, because that's not me. No, that's Pablo. Okay. DNA, I got a question for you though. Who would make a good judge in your opinion if we're not doing battle rappers?
See, that's tough for me because I feel like the way our minds work, we would have to come to a certain like happy ground where it is battle rappers, because I think battle rappers kind of like in this tournament, right, with it being so much stuff that's happening, so many storylines, the wordplay, all of that. I think battle rappers are the best ones to judge. But then I know to the people that's in the tournament, you don't really want your peers judging you because you may feel like, one, they in a certain group. Two, you know, you don't want to look less than that. Now this person is a judge and it's like I'm rapping for them. So I understand that aspect. But then it's like with bloggers, it's like we can't really use them because they all got like at this point now, I could find every blogger out there that has a personal issue with somebody where it spilled over, you know what I'm saying, past just giving your opinion. So I really don't know who would be the best judge, but I definitely feel like moving forward, because I think it would be too difficult since this tournament already started. I think UM4 though, it should be 5 judges, no fan vote.
I agree completely, and that is one thing I'll say with Serious is that I don't know. I feel like the fans should have a choice and an option or whatever, right? But at the same time, there is a way to manipulate that, and I don't know if that does happen, but that would be something I would be concerned about.
And what I was going to say is I think the people in the tournament should collectively agree on judges.
That's a great idea.
Then that way nobody can feel away. If everybody that's in the tournament agrees upon the judges, then I feel like that eliminates these type of situations. Cause it's like, shout out to Free, but it's certain shit in the Prep and Swave battle that Free don't know what niggas is talking about. Like, it's impossible to know.
You know what Smack said yesterday that made a lot of sense? He wants the fans to have more involvement in picking the judges. I think that's beautiful.
Yeah.
I think that's how it should be, or at least 2 out of 4 or something like that, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think so. But, I mean, in this situation, though, no one's ever going to be happy.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why, like, because I'm not sure if you're familiar on Caffeine. I got this show and a few others. And I would never be a judge because it's like at this point I'm media and I try to stay, you know what I'm saying? Even when I say who I feel won or lost, I try to do it in a respectable manner because you just gotta, you know what I'm saying? One, I got respect for everybody getting up there doing it. And two, you know, I'm a judge. Niggas ain't coming on my show with that money on the line. Oh, DNA said I lost. So, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I would never put myself in that position. That's why, one, I mean, they wouldn't ask me to do it because you know, it will be a compromise thing due to drugs, official, and T-Top.
You know what somebody said? I mean, lots of people have messaged me and posted on Twitter and things. They said specifically they waited for the tournament where there was nobody from Philadelphia on the card. and that's 100% true.
Yeah.
Because I would have said no immediately if anyone from Philly was on there. Because I mean, nowadays, I mean, pre-COVID, I guess, those are the only events I still go to is in Philadelphia, and you know, a lot of those guys are friends and things, so I'm not going to even put myself in the position where I would judge something where I mean, people already say I'm Philadelphia biased, so I'm not gonna put myself in that situation.
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, when people were saying in there, like, oh, I got a strong impact in the coach. I mean, I would judge it fair whether they down with my group or not because it's money on the line, and you know what I'm saying. You just don't want that type of stigma, like to obviously call something in the wrong way. But I wouldn't want to be put in that position because there's so much money on the line. But I mean, I agree. I think the fans need more say in it, and I think the people in the actual competition need more say in what happens.
So on the judges piece, I will say I saw Mickey Fax name it here a million times.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 100% with that. I think he should have been first line.
Yeah.
To me, Mickey Fax he knows his shit better than I would say almost anyone in the world. He's not really an active battle rapper, so I think that's great. Someone that less people know, and DNA, I know you know him, so it's
Yeah.
and people who are more involved. Troy Martin, man. Troy Martin should, in my opinion, be judging everything. He knows his shit. No Mercy Harlem should definitely be involved.
I don't know, man.
You don't think so? Does
No
he
Mer-
have some conflicts of interest, you think?
I love No Mercy, man, and I used to fuck with his decision. No Mercy said I lost to Lou Castro, man.
Oh, so you just have a personal issue.
Nah, it's not a personal issue. That's kind of like it's a clear battle, man. I don't know if I will be comfortable with 100 on the line after he said that. And I love No Mercy, but yeah.
I get that. Who else would be good though?
I like Franz from Let's Talk Battle Rap podcast.
Oh, dude.
His IQ is through the roof.
There's no reason, honestly, I'll say this. There's no reason in the world that he's not on here, opposed to me. That's 100% how I feel.
Yeah, I like France from Let's Talk Battle Rap podcast. I think you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
I think his battle IQ plus he knows everything. He has stats. Who knows more about what's going on in the culture than the person that's posting up the stats every day? Like he definitely should have been a judge in this one. I definitely strongly believe that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, man, it's I know people are saying that he said no, but I said no, and then I don't know, man. Like nobody really wants to do this. That's the thing. Nobody really wants. I mean,
yeah.
To me, you're insane if you want to do this. So, yes, I mean that's how I feel.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you though. They couldn't pay me to do this shit.
I know.
Because it's just like nobody's ever gonna be happy. But let me ask you this: second round, right? Drugs and Nitty, Cortez and Jack.
I can't get predictions. They don't.
No. I know that. I'm not. Yo, listen. I'm not trying to get you in no more trouble than you already are, Luke. I'm just saying the energy of, you know what I'm saying, Cortez and Jack both being underdogs. They made it to the second round. Drugs and Rum Nitty having a rematch, which actually happened. I think, was that last year or this year? That was this year. Or last year. That was last year. So it's a fast rematch. Casey J and Prep, and Geechee and Swamp, who was just on teams in Double Impact. So I'm just asking you the excitement. I think the excitement is higher in this second round, with it being a lot of upsets, a rematch, two people that was just on teams. What do you think about that?
No. I mean, I agree. I think there's a lot of weird matchups. I mean, not weird in like style wise, but like it has to be strange for Swamp and Geechee to battle each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
That has to be weird. And I mean, what do you? You're used to working with somebody. Yeah, someone said I don't know what Swamp would say to Geechee. Yeah, I mean, what's? Yeah, I mean, my prediction is that Geechee's gonna basically shit on South Carolina. I don't know what Swamp will do though. That's the thing.
Yeah, I think like that's what I said. I think Cortez and Jack both being underdogs going to the second round is very exciting. I think Drugs and Rum Nitty, Drugs having it, you know what I'm saying, this opportunity with everybody that's going to count him out again. I think that's exciting. Geechee and Swamp just because they was teammates. Other than that, I really wouldn't be hyped for that style clash, but because they was teammates, I want to see what happens. And then Casey and Prep, I want to see what happens.
All right, let me ask you, just because over the past day, you know, I've been replaying in my head, was I wrong for certain things? Prep and Swave, what did you have for that?
I said it comes down to the first.
All right, but who'd you have?
I didn't have anybody. Like I really,
Man,
I gotta watch it again.
Man, you're doing a freeway right now. It was a tie.
Yo, listen, but guess what, man? Guess what, Luke? I'm not a judge.
I
can get away with doing that, man. Free, it's no ties, man. That's why
All
I'm
right.
not there. But yo, all joking aside, though,
Yeah.
if I had because I'm thinking right now, if I had to, I think just from I just think from the talking ability, I might have edged it to Swave, man.
Okay.
I might have edged the first to Swave just based on the talk because I feel like Prep, like what Prep does, I didn't really get that until the third.
Sure.
Like, I'm saying, like the Prep that I seen against EK, the Prep that I seen against JC, I don't think that came through until the third. So the second, I had Swave clearly. The third, I had Prep. And then when I'm thinking about the first now, I'm thinking about Prep starting slow. He had some good lines, the Ice Age shit, a couple other things. But then I remember Swave, like, the way he was talking. So I kind of think I would have edged Swave.
I really like Prep's first round better, but
Then his third? Or you mean better than Swave's first?
His first.
Okay,
Did I say
okay.
third? I meant first.
Okay.
I liked his verse better than Swade's, but let me just say this is, for all these battles that people are upset by the judge's decision, right? They all say, what do they say? They say it was a robbery. In my opinion, you can't do a robbery if it's a close battle. Like,
I agree with that too.
You can't rob somebody if it's close. All of these were nail biters. I mean, not all of them, but all of them that people are really debating. The reason that's 50% debate is because they were so close. So you can't call it a robbery, in my opinion.
Now, this is what I said. I said I agree with you on that.
Uh-huh.
Now, before you explain what you actually said, though, I did say Swave, because remember, Swave is still under the impression you said he lost for invading his space. So I was like, with that explanation, I definitely understand why Swave feels like
100%.
he got robbed, because that's like, if that was the explanation, that's a bad explanation.
I want to reach out to him. Not now. He might still be heated, but I definitely want to make sure that he knows that. Cause I said that though. I did say I had Prep regardless, but you know, like I said, when you are there and you just finished a battle and your adrenaline's running, you don't always hear stuff. But let's talk about Nitty and Serius, because that's another one that people are upset about. But
Yeah.
I mean, it was 4-1.
Mm-hmm.
Including the fan vote, and it was another really close one. But I had Nitty. What did you have?
On that one, I believe I edged it to Serious.
Okay, and see, I'm not mad at that.
And again, I only said that because of the first is Nitty clear, the second is Jones clear. The third really comes down to, like, and that might be me adapting my new style. Now my new style is not like random punchlines. So,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, but I said I'm not mad at anybody picking Nitty because them lines, nobody can spit them lines.
What the thing about Serious, man, and I think you're as veteran as it gets.
Yeah.
Bro, that Serious needs to keep coming. Ever since 2012 when he came back, he's been way too mellow, way too laid back. This fast rapping, aggressive Serious,
Yeah.
it was like seeing a whole.
All right, hold on. What round was that in? Because I'm about to change my mind. No, no,
Oh,
no, no,
and
no, no,
I
no.
and
Not
every
that.
single
Somebody in the chat just said, stand up and get serious
oh,
like I'm playing 2K. What round did he say that in?
was it second? Might have been second. I mean, my notes are way over.
Okay, second. Okay, second. That was crazy. Damn. But yeah, Serius Jones got the second. I thought that was in the third. So I was about to say that might have, you know what I'm saying? That might have been a shift. But no, Serius got the second clear. Nitty got the first clear. The third is a tough round. That's why I'm not mad.
Somebody said Nitty Serious flips were insane. And I do agree with that.
They were.
Serious flips generally suck ass. It's like, and it's 99% of the time, serious flips are garbage. And there was one that he had a couple, but one that he said something about taking your life serious, but it was just the way it hit was really good. And so
Yeah, like I said, but what you said about Serious coming back, yeah, I feel like the pace that he was at this battle, that's where he needs to stay at. It's dangerous. It's dangerous.
Someone in the chat did say Serious had some dated material. He did. He 100% had some. Now, the vast majority was not, like 90%, but he did have some lines that were like, dude, I've heard that forever, you know? So, again, man, like, super debatable.
But what I'm saying though too is like, and then that's why I'm saying it's hard. All right, you know why it's hard for me to judge, because in that battle, it's like when I'm going into the battle, I expect it not being close at all. So a lot of times, you know that's what happens when your mind is triggered. That's why I didn't like to judge on those, because it's like you're being altered by seeing it just be that close. But what I will say is, Serius Jones impressed a lot of people. I don't know why niggas even doubt it, because he's one of the best. But he definitely impressed people that doubted him. And Nitty is just in a class of his own. So I feel like battle rap, when people say overall in battle rap, there's no real overall. Some people just like punchlines. Some people just like niggas that talk to people. Sometimes people just like niggas that could rebuttal. So it's like, when you have a style clash like that, it's hard to really judge that round, because it's two different things. Serius Jones is breaking them down. You know what I'm saying? Talking. Nitty is still talking to him, but he's punching. He's throwing in random punches, and then he's throwing in, you know what I'm saying, the punchlines that go for you. That's name flips. That's personals about the situation that's current. The joke about him being Cartoon Jones. So it's like, see, right now, when I first said Serious, now I'm kind of feeling like Nitty might. Like, that's why I'm like, it's one of those battles, man. That's why I'm like, I'm not really mad at either one.
Said, for me, this is the big takeaway from the battle. Now, obviously, someone's closer to 100K, but the big takeaway, someone said it here, Serious's stock has shot up, and I can't agree more.
Definitely, his stock is risen. That's a fact.
Yeah, man, but, yeah, dude, I mean, I really don't like people getting at me for something that they totally misunderstood what I said when I said it pretty clearly, but then also coming at my head for something I didn't say. I didn't say nothing about facial expressions. They watched an interview with Serious where he mistakenly said that was me when it was another judge, and people getting upset at me. Like, don't get upset at me for something somebody else said. If you're so upset about it, then make sure I was the one who fucking said it. That's a problem for me. Like, and DNA, you know this because you're a battle rapper, man, is if people critique the things you do, I'm okay with that. I've been in a lot of great discussions, especially about my KC commentary.
Okay, so
But hold on.
Go ahead.
But what's important to me is, I had people sending me hate mail, all this disrespectful, different type of stuff. All you gotta do is tell me I was wrong. Tell me why I was wrong. I don't have a problem with any of that. So I can't imagine DNA as a battle rapper, the stuff that that you have to deal with. It says you took away points from Prep for being the Swave's personal space. No, I didn't. Like, if you're gonna be upset by something I said, then know what I said. That first of all, that's the wrong person. Second of all, that's not what I said. So
you wanna know what's crazy? You wanna know what's crazy though, Luke?
What's crazy?
Welcome to battle rap, man.
Oh, no,
like
man.
you got it. And when I say that, is you've been a part of it, but now you on the spectrum that we are, right? Like,
I know.
so drugs is in the tournament still. they're running to my chat. Like my numbers in my stream are going up as the T-Top and Jack battle are going on. We smoking on the NWX pack. We smoking on the NWX pack. So they talking crazy. I'm laughing, saying good night for NWX. I'm like, we still got somebody in here. So it's just the thing to do, bro. By next week it'll be something else. You know what I'm saying? By next, if you do the tournament again, it might be somebody else to get the judge's decision wrong, and they're gonna be at their neck. That's why I love battle rap, because there's no picking and choosing. Whatever it is at the moment, whether it's right or wrong, that's gonna be the topic. But I didn't want to say this, right? Because you started talking about it. Let's elaborate on the Casey comments. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll say this is I was in a really good Twitter exchange with somebody this morning that they were basically saying you focused more on Twerk shitting the bed than you did Casey's material and, you know, giving her feedback. And I agree. Now that I look, and again, you have to remember, we have to almost immediately come with what was in our head, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in retrospect, I should have given her more positive feedback. I should have made sure that I acknowledged the work she did, the performance she had. So that's a mistake on my part. And I think people also, they said the Redo comment where I said, I almost want to see that battle again. Yeah, I would have loved to see two people do well, opposed to, you know, Twerk choking over and over and over. So I didn't mean Redo like I want Twerk to win. That I would have just preferred, you know. So yeah, I thought Casey did well though. There are some people in here saying she didn't do well. I thought she did well, and I wish I would have given her more positive feedback than I did. I was more focused on telling her it was not enough if a prepared Twerk had come there. And I'll stand by that.
Let me ask you this: do you feel like, because I think aside from Free, do you think that was I think that was the basis of all three? You, Tony Bro, and Battle Rap Fanatic, or am I wrong? Like that's kind of the gist of it, was saying Casey shouldn't have left early. She shouldn't have took her foot off the gas. And it's like, in my
100%.
opinion, it's kind of like that's crazy, because you sitting there feeling like, yo, I won, but I kind of feel like the loser the way, you know what I'm saying, people are talking to me right now. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I felt like, I know what it is though, right? Because I understand it. I just, you know what it is, right? It's like when people have, what they say back in the day, artists used to have media training. So it's certain things that you're saying that it could be accurate, you can have points, it's right, but you just shouldn't say it. Because I know what it comes from. It comes from the disappointment that we all have, in the potential of what we know New Jersey Twerk could do. We all know if this guy locks in, this is one of the most dangerous battle rappers on planet Earth. And we continue to want that to happen so much that times, you know what I'm saying, now somebody should be glorifying that they moved on for 100, but we steady talking about, you know what I'm saying? So I get that, because watching it, it's like, I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Because it gets to a point where the chances is going to stop pulling up. And then when that happens, it's like you can't take it back. Like we only here one time. You know what I'm saying? They had a soap opera, One Life to Live. And especially in this spot, like we sometimes, you know, God blesses us, the universe blesses us with multiple times to get back to where we need to be, and then sometimes that shit vanishes and never comes back. And that's where I was going to get into when I gave the recap of that battle. Like, it's self-explanatory. We know Casey J won, hands down, clear. Now, Twerk is my brother. So, the only thing I'm going to say is, I mean, for 100, it's very disappointing. You know what I'm saying? It's not something any of us wanted to see. Not something that he should be satisfied with, because it's that much money on the line. It's the reputation on the line. But my whole thing is, whatever he's going through, and I'm not saying he's going through something as an excuse. I'm talking about in terms of the preparation. Like, my brother, and I'm going to call him and tell him this. Like, get it together before it's too late. Because I've watched from the outside in battle rap, and I watch with people I don't know. Them opportunities go, them shits don't come back. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like as bad as it sounds right now, it's still not over if it's a drastic switch. And what I mean drastic, I'm talking about 10 in a row of just them thirds verse verb. Them first verse, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I know, but see, DNA, I don't agree with you at all on that. And this is one of those things where you have two people who do know what they're talking about. I don't think, as long as Twerk still has his the ones that he does pull out, I don't think it matters if he chokes or he stumbles, and that's what I was saying in the judgment was this in general battle rap. If he chokes, if he stumbles, if there's issues, it doesn't matter that much for his career because he's so popular. When he's on point, he's unbelievable. So it doesn't, at least so far, not affect his career at all. But guess what? This is completely different. He lost out on $100,000 because of a choke. So in general life, it don't affect him at all. But in this one, it really.
Yeah, but Luke, right? This my man, so I'm not gonna elaborate on how I go into it, but I believe it has and it does. But you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying in this situation after this happening, the way people's mindsets are, the reset button has to go 100, and I know he could do it. So I just want it to be displayed multiple times to get back. You know what I'm saying? Where it needs to be. So I'm just putting positive energy out there. You know what I'm saying? He definitely lost yesterday. That's not even something we gotta debate. But you know, I hope he gets it right, man.
Can I ask you a question?
He's talented.
Do you think that somebody can actually, what's the word I'm looking for, lose their talent? So what I mean by that is, we've never seen Ice Pack Ill back. We've never seen T-Rex back. Maybe a round.
Mm-hmm.
Those are just a couple examples. Can you actually lose your talent, or is it that you are purposely doing that?
Nah, it's not really that you purposely doing it. I don't think you ever lose talent. I think it's about you knowing how to like once you got talent, you got talent. At that point, you develop talent into skill. Everybody's not skilled. Certain people have talent. Now you develop skill by repetition. If you're not repetitively doing something, there's no way you could keep that. You can lose your skill. Because remember, if somebody could dribble a basketball and cross over and shoot a bunch of threes and they ain't been on the court for some odd years, you lose the skill. The talent will always be there.
That's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're born with talent. You're not born with skill. So I feel like even somebody like me or even Shotgun Shug, Kayshawn, I'm trying to think of people that have gotten better as time goes on. That's developing skill. Because we were always talented, but it's about going in an overdrive. Tay-Rock, watching what Geechee, what people what people are saying. So like for me, when I switch up my style or I do something different, or you know what I'm saying, Lux, JC, all a bunch of good names y'all mentioning right now, I feel like that comes from understanding about harnessing, making your skill get even better. I think sometimes people just get so caught up in having a talent that they don't go the extra mile to improve it. And I think that's all what it really is. Because Young Ill is talented as hell. I'm pretty sure if Young Ill caught the hunger that he had when he first started, we would see Young Ill. Maybe not the Young Ill then because times have changed, but I'm saying up to date to what we're doing now. I just think sometimes people lose love for the game, and once you lose that love, the spark that you originally have, it doesn't come back for you to get to the point you got to get to.
That makes total sense to me, right? But here's the thing. For me, Rex is the perfect example. Rex at his best is the best in the world, all right? I mean, I'll say it. I'm sure I might get hate in the comments for it, but how is it that we haven't even seen, you know, that he just doesn't decide, hey, this one I'm going to... I think you hit on it really well, is that skill over time, and it isn't that you lose the skill, but you lose like that coordination that you know, develops the skill or whatever. But like, it's just been crazy to me that it's been so long and we haven't seen him.
But check this out though, Luke. It's motivation. That first verse Bill collector, that was Rex.
I guess.
You see what I'm saying? It's just when is he motivated? I feel like in that battle, After that face off with Bill Collector, remember that was on Champion. They was about to fight. That shit was through the roof. That first round, that was the Rex I was used to seeing. But it had to happen to take him there. So it's just, you know what I'm saying? Like for me, like, and I can only speak for myself. I'm not trying, you know what I'm saying, be narcissistic, but I got, you know, I would like to have other people up here that's battle rappers to ask them. But like me, I put myself in positions to make me feel like I have to go there, even if I don't have to go there. You know what I'm saying? Like earlier this year, taking Geechee and Av 2 weeks apart, I forced myself to be there. It's like either I look crazy for taking two of the best niggas in the world 2 weeks apart, or I look like DNA still got it and he's here. So that's all it's about to me, is like you got to put yourself in those positions that's only gonna make you look like you that nigga. You know what I'm saying?
But somebody in the chat said, and this is somebody who's been disagreeing with me heavy and coming at my neck, but they said T-Rex's verse versus Shine was amazing, and I can't agree more, but why the fuck can't he do that 3 rounds anymore? You know what I'm saying? It don't make sense to me. And I guess I'm just being emotional because I miss watching 3 rounds of that. It's like we see little glimmers, but then it just goes the fuck away. And it's sad,
I mean, right now, watch this. When I talked about getting it, but when I talk about getting in that space, I feel like this interview run Rex is on right now is putting himself in that space. I feel like we're gonna see one of the best Rexes against Easy because it's no other choice. The way he's talking, he's putting himself in that space where it's like, yo, I gotta come back. The people asking for me back. These interviews, I'm doing 100K. It's going viral. Niggas love it. I think he's gonna get crazy. I think he's just gonna be crazy. And the diss track was fire too.
Can I speak on Easy? Actually, is, you know, like I said, lots of people say that I'm biased for Philly. Man, Easy, that whole thing is just going to Philly events for years and years and years, being around, and I would go to the PGs with the Philly guys constantly, be there, you know, supporting them and everything, and nobody really broke through. Like we had Prophet was hot for a little bit, Ham was doing his thing, you know, there were little glimmers, but no one has came up like Easy.
Yeah,
and
shout out to Easy the Block,
man. I'm so fucking proud of him. Like, this, amazing.
Yeah, what he's done this year in terms of not only for himself but for the culture in general, he definitely deserves his flowers. He brought the competitiveness back into battle rap single-handedly. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's doing diss tracks, battles is getting set up, and the whole spark is coming from, you know what I'm saying, his top tier diss tracks. So yeah, definitely gonna give him his flowers. You know what I'm saying? Because he deserves it. That nigga definitely turned shit up for sure.
But here's the thing, DNA, is that I've seen so many people, and I'm not familiar with the New York scene. I'm not familiar with the LA scene. I'm talking like the local scenes. But I'm hyper familiar with the Philly local scene. And I've seen so many people burn out because they've had amazing performances, but not get that recognition, not be able to go to URL, not be able to go wherever, and then they start having bad performances because you can't have a million great performances. So I've seen guys who have nine this amazing fucking battles in a row, then they get this PG and they shit the bed because shit, they're out of material.
Yeah.
They've been doing it so long. So the fact that Easy was able, and if you look at his track record, this motherfucker had 1 billion fucking battles before he went to URL. And I've seen him at the top, and I've seen him other times where he was fucking up. And then I was like, shit, like this is another guy from Philly that lost everything. But then now I check back and this motherfucker's doing amazing. Like, I'm so happy, man. You know?
Nah, that's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact. Well, I ain't gonna keep you too much longer, Luke. You know what I'm saying? I know you got things to do. You got a tough decision to make if we're gonna see you, you know what I'm saying, in the next 2 weeks. So, definitely, man. I'm glad you pulled up here. You cleared it up.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? We're going to be in tune to see if we see you in the next 4 battles, I believe May 8th.
Yeah, they said Luke's about to cry. Luke's about to go hit that bottle. I hate battle rap fans, man.